Hello, hello, hello. If you are watching the replay, I'm here about 10 minutes early, so you'll want to fast forward about 10 minutes. I like to hop on and make sure everything's working and welcome everyone to the room. So I'm just going to be doing that. Set a sticky message. Welcome. Hello, hello. I'm writing a sticky message right now, but you are in the place to be. Go ahead and tell me your name, your location, and what you do. And I'm gonna write a little sticky note. So what's your name, location, and what do you do? All right, and I'm gonna post that right now. And I'm also gonna chat it to you. What's your name, location, and what do you do? All right, y'all, welcome. I'm super, super excited. We're gonna get started in about 7 minutes. Thank you for coming, not only on time, but a little bit early. We're gonna be talking today about how I was able to make over $25,000 in 1 month from Instagram for my online courses. So super excited to share this with you guys today. Hey, Antoinette, how's it going? Where are you located, Antoinette, and what do you do? I like to incorporate case studies into the presentation as much as possible. So the more I know about you, the better. We can make this customized. All right, happy Wednesday, y'all who are just coming in. Go ahead and don't be shy. Tell me your name, your location, and what you do. We're gonna get started in just a little bit. Thank you guys for coming on time and actually coming early. I'm super excited to share with you how I've been able to position myself to make over $25,000 in 1 month from Instagram from my online courses. Hey, Latanya from VA. I own a travel and lifestyle business. I love it. Cool. All right. And Antoinette, what about you? And for the rest of you guys who are here, I see y'all. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Don't be shy. This is going to be a very interactive session. Okay, I'm going to be sharing slides, but I'm also going to be shouting y'all out. So definitely get involved. The more you get involved, the more you get out of this. So looking forward to meet you guys. So let me know your name, your location, and what you do. And yeah, you are in the right place if you're here for the Insta Course Sales Masterclass. So I'm going to be going over how I was able to take my online courses and position them to make over $25,000 in 1 month from Instagram. All right, who else is here? Let me know your name. Antoinette in Orlando. I'm a feminine health and wellness coach. Ooh, I love it. Love it. Cool. Hey, Tiffany from Los Angeles, launching my personal development business. Ooh, I love it. Rowan. Hey there, Rowan from Montreal. What's up? Canada in the building, and I'm a school counselor and speaker. I love it. And Rowan, what do you speak on? What kind of topics do you speak on usually? Hey, Yael from New York, quality assurance engineer, perspective programmer. I love it. Yeah, and let me know, what you guys are considering creating and launching courses on. I would love to know your topics as well, if it's different from what you do. And we're gonna get started in about 5 more minutes. So while we're here early, I'm getting to know all of you guys. So yeah, tell me more about you guys. All right. And hey, Nika in the house from not so sunny Central Florida, realtor and home buying strategist. Ooh, yes, Nika. Man, as a realtor, oh my gosh, the market is wide open for you guys. Like I see very few realtors leveraging education to educate the market so that they become the point person, whether you're making the sale directly or you're referring business to a local realtor. So I love that you're here, Nika. I also love the fact that as a realtor, you can leverage Instagram. So when I share today the Instagram automation tips, you'll see how you can use, how you can grow your Instagram account and actually be a destination for people who are searching for homes, buying homes, and also for other realtors to get business from you. So I love that you're on top of it. I love it, love it, love it. I'm so glad you're here, Nika. All right, who else? Let me know your name, your location, and what you do. Don't be shy. We're about to get started in about 5 more minutes. You are in the right place. You're here to learn how to create and launch your course, how I was able to earn over 25K in 1 month from Instagram. Hey, Tanya from Charlotte, North Carolina, starting a coaching business. I love it. And Tanya, what kind of coaching do you specialize in? I'd love to hear more. All right, and who else do we have here? I am setting this up over here. All right, let's see if that works. Hey, Tanisha, Kelly from San Diego. What's up, Kelly? Shy from Toronto. I'm a child psychologist for kids with developmental disabilities. I can't talk right now. And parent training courses. Amazing. Sophie, hey, Sophie from Brisbane, Australia. I'm a copywriter. What time is it in Australia right now, Sophie? I guess I could Google it, but I'm choosing to ask you. And Tanisha from Chicago. And Sophie, I think you may win for this traveled to this masterclass today. So I really appreciate you coming on. Hey, Brittany Core, mental health blogger and freelance writer. Ooh, looking to create a course on mental health coping skills. Oh my gosh, so needed this day and time. Kelly runs e-commerce sites for wine lovers. Ooh, yes. Lulu from Miami, Florida, currently have an oversaturated clothing boutique, and I want to do something else that's profitable. I love it. I love it. And it's great, Lulu, that you have the e-commerce experience, right? Because you have the experience building an audience, selling items online. So you just got to shift that a little bit. So I love that you're here. And Carla, hey, Carla from Atlanta, crisis PR specialist. Yes. Okay, so it'll be 11 a.m. All right. I was giving you a little too much credit. Not too bad. It's in the morning. I know that I had a couple people from the UK who said, I've set my alarm. I'm going to wake up at 1 a.m. and we're going to make it happen. So I was like, cheers to you for doing that. Hey, Jocelyn, a new blogger from Long Island, looking to create a course on goal setting and strategies to realistically create supplemental income. Awesome. Grad school to become a therapist. Sweet. And we're going to get started in about 2 more minutes. You guys, thank you so much for coming early. Lulu says, I'm so happy you're real. I guess you go to a lot of fake folks, master classes. Tara. Hey, Tara Mack. What's up? Melody, hey Danielle, blogger and speaker in Charlotte. Love it. I'm loving your videos. Oh, thank you so much, Melody. Oh yes, I recognize you from the inbox. We exchanged some emails. Thanks for coming on. Lulu, I've watched over 20 courses and everything was robotic and pre-filmed. Ah, got it. Well, no, I am alive in the flesh responding to y'all today. To Wanda, what's up from New Jersey? What is up? All right. Kisa, I'm looking to create courses on creativity. Ooh, yes. I love that, Kisa. Tell me more on creativity. We totally need that. And that's awesome because it's super versatile, right? I mean, not only creatives need to unleash their creativity, right? Design thinking, for instance, is a whole breakthrough in, for corporations to kind of unleash their ability to quote unquote think creatively about problem solving. So I love that you're doing creativity because that's going to be super, super versatile. I'm curious to hear who your MVP is. I like to call your MVP your most valuable payer. So I wonder who yours is, Kisa. Rowan, I speak to youth and young adult audiences to elevate no matter what their circumstances. Amazing. I have life coaching and family life education backgrounds. I'm looking to focus on audiences who are in foster care. Yes. And I've dealt with family with mental illness. I love it, Rowan. Awesome. Sweet. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to get started in just 1 more minute. I appreciate y'all coming a little bit early. And so, yeah, I mean, today we're going to be going over 3 main things, how I was able to create a course, right, that was actually able to sell on Instagram at a premium, and how you can do it too, right? Even if you haven't created a digital product before, you don't have to start at, $2, $97, work your way up. I'm going to show you how I did it. And I'm also going to show you how I was able to grow my Instagram following so rapidly in the last year and how that led to the over 25K in 1 month sales. And I've done way more since then. Carrie says, loved your paid matrix video. Oh, you were in the archives, Carrie. How'd you find that? You found my get paid matrix video. Okay, I see you, Carrie. Just going in the archives, looking at everything. I love it. Melissa, hey, Melissa. I'm an entrepreneur coach and personal coach, also a speaker and entrepreneur. Amazing. Claytonia, what is up in Charlotte? I have a tutoring service. Nice. Tatiana from Orlando, Florida. I think you are the second person from Orlando in the building. I do business coaching and looking to help women monetize their God-given talents. Yes. All right. Super excited to have you, Tatiana. Kelly says 25K a month. Yes, please. It is possible. And even more than that is possible. Let me tell you, we are only starting to unlock the magic on Instagram as a channel. All right. So are y'all ready to get started? I think we're going to get started. It is 5:01. Okay. Hey, Kaylee from Toronto. I do digital marketing for health and wellness coaches. Amazing. I love your niche. I love that you're targeting specifically health and wellness coaches that empower women. All right. Tara Mack, new vlogger, beauty consultant. Amazing. What up, David? David from Philly. I was just there a few months ago. I love Philly. Stacy, excited. ATL. All right, cool. All right, so let's get started, y'all. I'm going to fire up the slides. Thank you guys for coming on time. We are getting started right on time. All right, and let me actually take my camera off so you can focus on the slides. All right, so that should be that. All right, guys, so you should be seeing my slides full screen. So this is a new masterclass, how my online courses made over $25,000 in 1 month from Instagram alone. All right, so let's get started. What up, Samantha? Samantha from NYC, passion Awesome. Carmen, Chloe, Harris. Hello, Carmen. All right, so let's get started, y'all. So roll call, is this you? Okay, so this is gonna be great for you if you are an expert or creative, a coach, consultant, freelancer, speaker, author. Uh-oh, what happened to the screen? Hold on, y'all. Let me see what's happening here. All right, so let's try this one more time. All right, here we go. Okay, let's try this again. I think we're gonna get it this time. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen. There we go. And then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna turn off this camera so it's not distracting, and we should be good to go. All right, so like I said, you are here for the Instacourse Sales Masterclass, how my online courses made over $25,000 in 1 month from Instagram alone. All right, y'all. So doing a quick roll call. If this is you, let me know. Expert, creative, coach, consultant, freelancer. You might be a speaker or an author, a blogger, a YouTuber, a podcaster, or maybe you are a corporate professional in transition. And you may have been wondering, and give me a yes in the chat if you've been wondering any of these things. So you may be wondering, how do I get 1,000 or 5,000 or 10K followers? Like, what are these people doing? Or is Instagram even a viable marketing channel? Or can I really turn Instagram eyeballs into leads and sales, right? Am I wasting my time? What am I doing wrong, right? And Sam says yes, Tara says yes, Stacy says yes, LJ says yes, Latanya, right? And so a few reasons this is important to you now. So you have existing content and expertise, all right? All y'all are experts and you got some existing content and you know you should be monetizing it through a digital product, but you're not sure how to get started, okay? Tiffany says yes, Khadija says yes, Lulu says yes, Jocelyn, Jesse says all the above, right? And maybe you don't have an audience and you know that building one will help you grow your business faster, but it's been a slow process, right? Or maybe you've been on the hamster wheel. Like, how do I scale myself? How do I break through this earning ceiling? How do I live the life I really want to live that I see all these other people living on Instagram just stunting, right? Melody says, word, I'm getting my speaker engagements via IG. Now ready for the next level. Yes, Melody. All right, so here's what I want you to imagine. Imagine if you were getting 50 new quality followers per day, most of which fit your target customer profile, all right? And imagine if you got 300 to 1,000 likes on your posts and dozens of real comments and engagement, all right? Just imagine what that would be like and how that would change it up for you. And imagine if people on Instagram were faithfully clicking your link in bio and joining your email list or opting into your webinar or scheduling a discovery call or buying your products, whatever is important to you in your business. Imagine if they were doing that from your account. Okay, so I want to show you what happened to me. All right, so on the left is my account in July of 2016. So I was at a little over 1,700 followers. Most of those followers I had accumulated over a few years. So they were mostly family, friends, you know, distant cousins. And fast forward a year later, and I had over 20,000 followers. Okay, and not only did I have a lot of followers, but I was getting engagement, right? So I had over 1,000 likes on this post as an example, and over 50 comments. Right? And on this post, almost 1,000 likes again, and over 80 comments at the time that I took this. Now, when I say that I had over 80 comments, it wasn't just comments from, you know, bots like awesome, looking good. No, these were like legit interested people who fit my target customer profile. Okay. So a few of these, I'll read some of these to you. So awesome. I'll be creating a course soon. I'll check out your course. Great content. This is awesome. I'm going to need your services in the future. I'll be in touch. What's your email? I'd love to join your masterclass. Please send me info, right? We need to talk. Love your energy. Can't wait to check out your offerings. Still haven't pulled the course trigger, right? So all of these are really quality people, right? Like, yes, I was just in a meeting about this last evening. I'll look into your class. So these are all high quality prospects. And I just grabbed these random screenshots from my account, okay? So the purpose of today's Instacourse Sales Masterclass is to share the 3 keys to making over $25,000 in 1 month in online course sales from Instagram. All right, I'm going to walk you through the new way to approach your IG marketing and content creation that makes it all simpler than ever. Okay. And then I'm going to explain how you can work alongside me to get your premium online course created and attract your first customers on Instagram. All right. Hey, Winter. Yes, this is live. What up? I'm calling you out. All right. So you may be wondering, who am I? All right. So I've created online courses that have over 50,000 people enrolled around the world. All right. How many of y'all have heard of Udemy, whether you've taken a course on Udemy or created one there. All right. Amina says, awesome. Yes, Amina, live and in the flesh. I'm here. All right. So I worked at Udemy for almost 3 years, and my role was to help all of the experts on the platform successfully launch their courses. So when I was there, I helped everyone from a kid's yoga teacher to a singer to a designer to a celebrity with 1 million Twitter followers. I helped all of them all do 10K launches in their first 30 days. All right. All right. So Tiffany says, yes, I'm familiar with Udemy. Winter says, I'm working on a course now. Awesome. Right. So that's where I get a lot of my expertise. Okay. And so since then, I've helped clients do up to $70,000 course launches when they were just getting started in a new niche. And so for 10 years, I've been working in online marketing in Silicon Valley. So that's my background, is startup land, Silicon Valley. So I love to watch webinars, deconstruct sales funnels, join email lists, listen to audiobooks and podcasts like they're going out of style. And I love me a Hallmark signature card. Holla. And like I said, I've been working in online marketing since 2007, but I've been nerding out since birth. Okay. So that's a photo of me in the recycling club, wearing my corduroy and my glasses, just loving life, just nerding the F out. All right. So that's a little bit about me. Okay. So in my time though, I've done a lot of things right, but I've done a lot of things wrong. Okay. So today I want to give you the tea. All right. Y'all want some tea today? Let me know. Let me know tea in the comments if you want some tea. All right. Because I'm about to give you the tea. All right, so this is me in October of 2011. Okay, so I had just finished co-founding a startup. We raised almost 100K in funding. We went through an accelerator program. We got big press, right? We were doing all the right things. But after almost 2 years, we had no customers, no revenue, and no hope. So this was me moving back in with my mom in a small apartment in Redondo Beach. And I was getting paid about $250 per month for my freelancing. So I really hit a bottom here, okay? And then my friend sent me this video. How many of y'all are familiar with Brendon Burchard? Let me know. I love it. Keisha says, yes, the tea. Samantha says, tea, please. I'm about to give y'all the tea. All right. So she sent me this video, Brendon Burchard, and this was my first time being introduced to this world where you could take what you know, take what you're really good at, your unique experiences, and package it into a course, package it into consulting, package it into speaking, and get paid for it. And I was blown. I was blown away. And then she sent me this video. She sent me Marie Forleo. And I stayed up until 3 a.m. watching all the videos I could get my hands on. And I knew at this moment I wanted to be a brand. And I decided at that moment I was going to learn everything I could about creating and launching a course and spreading my knowledge as far and wide as I could. So I did. I studied up. I thought I was doing all the right things, but my first attempted course launch was a complete flop. All right. And what happened is I followed all the tactics, right? I grew my email list by hundreds of subscribers. I worked with affiliates to do so. And I did webinars and I launched, and crickets, nothing happened. And what I learned, and let me know if you've ever felt like this, you have all the tactics, but not the tact, right? So I had all the tactics, but I lacked tact. And that's where the key is. So when this happened, I decided I need to join a team. I need to join the best in class to learn about this whole course world. So I did my research. I did another small launch and I was able to make $1,000 from that. And then I said, I'm going to join a team. I reached out to Udemy. And I was able to create my dream role at Udemy. So as I mentioned, while I was at Udemy, it was my role to talk to dozens of instructors, of experts every week, and talk them through their course launch. So I got to work with all kinds of folks: kids yoga teacher with no email list, photographer, designer, jewelry maker, singer, right? And all of these people went on to do 5-figure launches. And a lot of them have gone on to build multiple 6-figure businesses from their courses. And what I want you to realize is you do not have to have a course that's on business or tech or how to make money online to build a huge business. And that's what I learned at Udemy. Now, when I created these courses at Udemy, I got the attention of another startup. It was an up-and-coming beauty startup in Silicon Valley. And so they recruited me to be their director of marketing. So I thought I was moving on up. I was like, hey, I'm director of marketing at a beauty startup. What? So this is me when I was at that company. But about 7 months in, the unthinkable happened and I was laid off. So this is a photo of me on Halloween, dressed up as when life hands you lemons. All right, I literally dressed up as when life hands you lemons. That photo of me is at the office of the beauty startup. 2 weeks later, life handed me some sour lemons when I got laid off unexpectedly. So when I got laid off, I was faced with this decision. Do I go back in the job market and get another full-time marketing role? Or do I try to do my own thing again? But y'all heard my story about when I did my own thing before, and y'all know that was not a success. So I was very hesitant about doing that. But the universe decided for me. So in my first 30 days of being laid off, I earned over $10,000 and booked over $35,000 in client revenue. And this was all because of my online courses. All right. 6 months later, I launched my course and I made $19,300. And this was without an email list, without a social media following, without a blog or a fancy website. All right. And during those same 60 days, I helped my clients successfully launch as well. So Tara on the left is in the tech space. Anna on the right is in the health and wellness space. And I helped them do 70 and 12K launches. And both of them, this was their first launch in their niche. Okay. So then something unthinkable happened. All right. And I love it. I love it. I'm getting Carmen says, wow. Kelly says, woohoo. I appreciate it. All right. Winter says, what? Y'all are amazing. All right. So I discovered when I did a 40K launch, 25K of it came from my Instagram followers. Now, here's why it was so surprising to me. I had only been posting on my Instagram account all right, y'all. I'm not out here posting every day, like 1 to 2 times per month. Okay. So that's when things really changed for me. All right. So what I want to share with you today is how did I go from my mom's house in that hoodie, just looking like a mess, okay, to these consistent 5-figure months and profitable course launches. All right. So give me an amen in the chat. Let's go. Carmine says, this is lit. That's lit. I love it. Keisha says, what? All caps. So give me amen in the chat. Y'all are ready. Okay. We're about to get into how I made 25K in 1 month from my online courses using Instagram after only posting 1 to 2 times per month. Tara, Stacy says amen, Lulu, Melody, Tiffany, Antoinette, Stacy, Yael, Kenidra, Brittany, Antoinette, Sierra, Shy, Sheldon, Sulan, LJ, Carrie, amen. Let's get it. All right, y'all. So secret number 1 that I'm going to share with you is how to create a premium offer for your IG, even if it's your first digital product. The second thing is how to grow by 50 quality followers per day without doing it for the gram 24/7. Okay. And secret number 3, how to attract your MVPs on Instagram. When I say MVPs, I mean most valuable payers. Okay. So people who will spend $500 to $3,000 or more for your program. All right. I love it. I got another Danielle in the house. What's up, Danielle? What's up, name twin? She says, will you teach us? Adriana says, amen. Carmine says, I love your genuine energy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. To Wanda, I love it. All right, y'all. So are you ready to secure the bag? We got to secure the bag. Let's go. All right. So secret number 1, how to create a premium offer for IG, even if it's your first digital product. Okay. So here's the thing. Before you can make that money on IG, you need a premium offer. Okay. So how many of you have a premium product or service that you're already marketing on IG? Let me know. All right. Carmine says, hell yeah. Melody says, secure the bag. I love it. Irene says, amen. Speak on it. Okay. Okay, so let me know how many of you have something. So I want to show you the premium course that I created. Okay, so this is it. It was called Course from Scratch. And the price tag, the original price tag on it was $19.97. Okay, and I put at the bottom, I priced it premium because I ain't never scared. So here's the thing, you guys. A lot of us, I could have easily said, oh no, like this is, my first premium. This is my first digital product under my own brand. But listen, I was like, listen, I have an area of expertise. I am not holding back. I know I can get people results. So I'm going to price it at $19.97. Okay. So this was my premium course. Now, most people think you can't charge $500 or more for your online course because it's your first one. Okay. And here's what happens when you think that. You diminish your demand and miss out on building a valuable brand. All right. Hashtag bars, diminish your demand, miss out on building a valuable brand. Okay. But that's what happens when you think that. So major key, y'all. People will pay you however much you think you're worth. All right, let that sink in. People will pay you however much you think you're worth. So I'm sure you've heard this quote before. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. Okay, just like whether you think you're worth $1,000 or you think you're not, and you think you're worth $100, you're right. Okay. So the secret is you can price your first course at $500 or more if you just price it at $500 or more. How's that, right? How's that? Like, it's that simple. So instead of I'm creating a course, but I don't know how to price it. I hear that all the time. I want you to turn that into, I'm creating a $500 course. What should it include? Okay. Or I'm creating a $1,000 course. What should it include? Okay. See the difference? All right. So I want you to reposition your thinking. So let's look a little bit under the hood at the actual premium course I created. So it's what I call an MVC, a minimum viable course. Okay. And I love it. Tanisha says, learning this. Jessie says, I love the flip. So, so I got the MVC. It's a borrowed concept from an MVP, minimum viable product. All right. So Eric Ries is the founder of the lean startup methodology. So it's all about, an MVP is the ugly rough draft version of your product that you put out into the market to test whether people are going to pay for it and whether they're going to get the results. Okay. So what I created is the MVC, the minimum viable course. So your MVC is the ugly rough draft version of your course. So this is what you put out into the market to get feedback from people, make sure you are getting them amazing results, and also to test demand and make sure that they want to actually pay for it. Okay. And these are the 4 things that your MVC consists of. All right. So the first thing is a big promise. So an example of my big promise in Course from Scratch is, you will learn how to create and launch your online course profitably in 60 days. Right? That's my big promise. Okay. So you're going to ask yourself, what is my big promise? Right? What am I promising people that I'm going to help them do? What results am I promising? So that's your big promise. Once you have that, you're going to come up with your milestones. So what are the steps that someone needs to take to achieve that big promise? Right? So for me, it is, I'm going to show you how to find your MVPs, most valuable payers. I'll show you how to build your list of MVPs. I'll show you how to position and price your course at $500 or more. And then I'll show you how to get your first few sales, right? So those are milestones. So you want to ask yourself, what are my milestones? They're going to help someone reach the big promise. Once you have your milestones, you're going to come up with a methodology, right? So an example of a methodology is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? He's got that pyramid hierarchy of needs, Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Right? He's got the 7 habits. So, and I have my MVC, right? So you're going to come up with your methodology. So whatever your methodology is, if it's a fancy acronym or 7 steps, you're going to come up with that. And then lastly, you're going to offer coaching. So here's the key. You're going to offer live feedback in the form of coaching when you do your MVC. Okay. So did you notice anything about that? You can create this tomorrow. It's an additional revenue stream. Okay. You can create this tomorrow. So here's why. I'm gonna show you this. This is the most transformational program I've ever taken. And it was from a quote unquote beginner. So this is Sylvia. This was her program on wellness. And I took it back in 2012 when I was, super lethargic all the time, not eating well, not drinking enough water, et cetera, et cetera. So I took her to get right and she helped me get right. Now I paid her $500 for 4 weeks. And here's what I want you to get. There was no pre-recorded content. Notice that she's on a Google Hangout, which is free. It's not pre-recorded. It's not fancy. It's not high quality. There's no scripted videos. So the total time it took her to get ready for our live calls was like a whole day. Okay. So this is what I mean when I say an MVC, right? When you offer an MVC, you are going to have your milestones, your big promise, your methodology, and then you're going to get on a live call like we're doing now with your students, the people who enroll into your MVC for $500 each. You're going to get on them live once a week, and you're going to do a lesson for about 30 minutes. And then after those 30 minutes, you're going to answer questions. And then you're going to give them their homework for the following week, and then rinse and repeat every week. That is the ugly rough draft version of your course. That is the MVC, your minimum viable course. All right. So here's why you, as a quote unquote beginner, this being your first digital product, you have a benefit. So when you're doing an MVC, it's going to be scarce, right? You're going to only offer it to like 5 to 10 people. Okay. So you'll have 5 to 10 people paying you $500 to $2,000 each in your MVC. So there's scarcity. You're giving them personal attention, customized feedback in these live sessions. You have a personal stake in the student's success and way more influence over how they're doing. Okay. And you're way more likely to get strong case studies. All right. And yes, Kelly. So this was what I charged $19.97 for. Exactly. All right. So when you do this, here's why you're able to charge a premium price. They're getting all of this personal attention. All right. So do you see how simple your MVC could be, right? Simple yet transformational for you and your students. All right. So let's recap. I love it. Tanya says good stuff. All right. So how did I make over 25K in 1 month from Instagram? I had a MVC to market on Instagram. Okay. So you've got to start with that MVC first. All right. So here's what you do. You create your minimum viable course. Remember the ugly rough draft version of your course. You create a MVC. It is a live group coaching version of your course. And it's going to consist of a big promise, your milestones, your methodology, and the coaching, right? And leverage that beginner's benefit. You're able to give people customized feedback. And remember that people will pay you however much you think you're worth. Whether you think you're worth $1,000 or $10, you're right. Okay. All right, so that is secret number one. Create an MVC to sell on IG for $500 or more, even if it's your first digital product. All right. And so I want to show you someone who did this. This is Mandela. She created an MVC for her Instagram audience. So she announced her MVC. So this was before she created any content for it. She announced it to her Instagram followers. She made $7,000 in that first month from enrolling people. And then she repeated the process. So in her first 2 months, she booked over $20,000 in sales for her MVC. And remember, this is live group coaching. There's no pre-recorded content, expensive video scripting, nothing. All right. All right. Yes, Tawanda, there will be a replay. Tanisha, the weeks and hours of coaching varies. Usually it's between 4 to 8 weeks. All right. All right, so this is possible, y'all. All right, so now that you know that you need to create a premium product, which is gonna be your MVC, and you're gonna have that. Now, how do you grow by 50 quality followers per day without doing it for the gram 24/7? All right, so let's get into it. So put hashtag guilty in the chat if any of these are you, okay? If any of these are you, put hashtag guilty. All right, I'm gonna call you out. So most people think you need to post on Instagram 1 to 2 times per day to grow your account. All right, let me know if that's you. And most people think that your IG grid has to look like the Sistine Chapel just to get people to follow you back. Like it's got to be just perfect, just you know, everything perfect, laid out, Sistine Chapel. Carmen says guilty, Tanya says guilty, Carmine says guilty, Kaylee says guilty, Melody, Rowan, Nubia, Rayma, Shanna, Keisha, Rowan, LOL, Kelly, Tanya, Tawanda. Okay, or that it has to look like Beyonce. Y'all swear your grid has to look like Beyonce, even though she has like 50 people on her IG account alone, right? But I've been there too, right? So most people think you need some level of fame to grow to 10K or more followers. Like you see these people on there and you're like, oh, she has over 10K followers because she has a reality show, or she must be like a local celebrity, right? So here's what happened when you believe these things. You spend all this time creating and planning the perfect IG posts, but you're still only getting like 23 likes per post, okay? And you do the most for the gram. So this is me doing the most for the gram, y'all. So I took a trip to Dubai, and when I went, I was like, yo, this is my moment. I'm about to stunt. This is my moment, right? I'm about to have my post go viral. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be popping. So I literally rented these dresses before I went. I rented these gowns. I put them on. I stood on the balcony, and I begged my boyfriend to take photos of me. I was doing the most, okay? Just doing the most. So I took these photos. The photo on the right finally got 300 likes, okay? And I was celebrating. I was like, oh my God, I got 300 likes. Like, this is crazy. This is insane. But guess what? I saw no difference in my business, okay? No difference. Tiffany says, yes, stunt for the gram. Yes, we do the most for the gram. We do the most, right? So don't be like me is what I'm saying. Do not be like me. All right. Or maybe you spend 2 hours per day manually liking and commenting on random strangers' photos, hoping they'll follow you back. And I have friends who used to do this. Okay. So here's the thing. It's not about how often you post. It's about how many of the right people see your posts. Okay. Thank you, Tawanda. Tawanda says you fly though. Thank you. All right. Okay. So it's about how many of the right people see your posts. Okay. That's why I told y'all I post 1 to 2 times a month. Not a day, a month, 1 to 2 times per month, because I'm making sure the right people see my posts, okay? So the secret is you can get 50 new quality followers per day if you set up automation. So listen, there are several different tactics I've used to grow my account, but we only have time today to cover one, so I chose to cover automation because this has been the most hands-off, fastest growing tactic, all right? So we're gonna focus on that today. So let me show you what's possible with automation, right? So this is what happened to me. 18,000 new followers in 1 year, $25,000 in sales in 1 month, targeted quality leads that engage with you on and off IG. and show up online and in person. So let me tell you that not only do they show up on your posts and like and comment and engage and watch your stories and write back to you, but they show up in person. I spoke in Philly at the Black and Brown Founders Project in October, and I had people come and they DM'd me and they're like, hey, Danielle, I'm going to be coming to see you speak today. And I was like, wait, what? I actually have people following me that like follow me closely enough to come in person and buy a $300 ticket to come see me speak? Like what? So you will find people showing up for you. People show up on webinars, right? They show up in person. I just did a happy hour, a tech happy hour in Oakland, and I had people show up in person, right? And they buy premium. They buy premium products, okay? So it also attracts quality team members. So I've had a number of people reach out to me and want to work with me on my business because they followed me on IG because they found me through automation. And I even had a national company pay me, not $500, I got to update that. They paid me $900 for one sponsored post. And y'all see, I'm not out here trying to, flex for these brands. I'm not out here just posing, pandering to brands, but they came to me anyway. And because of the automation, I was able to get paid on a brand campaign. All right. So you may be wondering, is it hard to set up, right? Because automation, I don't know, sounds complicated. Well, you be the judge. Is it hard to set up? Here's what it takes. This is all you have to fill out. All right, 15 minutes max. You put in your name, your email, your Instagram, and then you put in your target audience. So you're going to name 10 to 15 similar Instagram accounts that you want to emulate. All right, so accounts that you want similar followers to. And how it works is it is going to engage with the followers of those target accounts. And it's going to like those people's posts for you. And when they see that you're liking it, they're going to come check out your account and follow you. All right. So there's only one Instagram automation platform that's this simple and hands off without the expensive agency price tag. It's called Pop Social. Okay. And I have a code for you, a discount code at the end of this presentation for you. Okay. So sit tight. Now with Pop Social, I say it is like you've probably heard of maybe Follow Liker or Mass Planner. All of those, you have to spend hours setting up your settings, figuring out what works, trying not to get banned. In a whole year, I set this up one time. I set it and I forget it. Okay. So this is my chosen platform. All right, Kelly. So Pop Social. All right. So let's recap. So remember, major key, it's not about how often you post. It's about how many of the right people see your posts. Okay. And remember that you don't need to post on IG 1 to 2 times per day to grow your account. You don't need to perfect the grid and have it looking like Sistine Chapel or Beyonce's to get people to follow you. And you don't need a level of quote unquote fame to gain followers. Okay. So I don't want to see any of y'all renting dresses and posing on balconies in Dubai trying to snuff for the gram. It's not worth it. Trust me. Okay. So here's what you do. Use Pop Social. All right. So it's popsocial.co. And that is the simple platform I use. popsocial.co. Okay. All right. So that is secret number 2. That is how to grow by 50 quality followers per day by using automation. Okay. So every day I'm growing by at least 50 quality followers per day, even though I'm only posting 1 to 2 times per month. Okay. All right. So let me show you an example of someone who has done this. So this is Tara Reed and she uses Pop Social. So she grew from 0. So she started her account from nothing. So she started it from scratch a little over a year ago, and she grew it to 20K Instagram followers in a year and has now made over 100K. And I think now is at 150K from her course in that time, a little over a year. Okay. And guess what? She used Pop Social to do this. Okay. And also guess what? Her journey started with an MVC. Okay. So she actually, just like Mandela, who I showed you in secret number 1, Tara started with an MVC. She did live group coaching and she made 10K from her MVC. Okay. And she took that and she relaunched it again and she made more money and she launched it again and made more money. Okay. So that's how you do it. All right. All right. So that's secret number 2. So last secret, how to attract your MVPs, most valuable payers on Instagram. Okay. So these are people who will spend 500 to 3,000 or more for your program. All right. So let me know. Give me a hashtag guilty again if this is you, because this was definitely me. Most people think that people on IG don't spend premium dollars when they're on IG. All they're doing is scrolling. The only thing they buy is dresses from Fashion Nova. Okay, little tight dresses from Fashion Nova, flat tummy tee, or waist trainers, right? Like that's it. All right, Carmine says guilty. All right. I know y'all out there. Okay. Be real. All right. So here's what happens when you believe that. You treat your Instagram like it's just for family and friends. So you end up posting only food, outfit of the day, and travel photos, which attracts the wrong kind of followers and customers. Okay. So there's a right and a wrong way to post these kind of photos, but most of us do it the wrong way. Okay. And you end up chasing likes instead of attracting buyers, right? You ever feel like that? And you're like, just like I'm fiending. Can I get a like? Can I get a like? Right? Instead of thinking about the larger picture, how am I being strategic and attracting buyers? So major key, likes don't buy, customers buy. So I want to show you how to get customers. All right. Nubia says guilty. Barbara says guilty. Khadija, Tawanda, Tanya, Tiffany. I love it. Khadija, Wanda, Tanya. I'll give you a song. I love it. Kaylee, Sulan. Okay. So getting paid is so much better than getting popular. That is what I learned. All right. As soon as I finished posing on that balcony in Dubai, I definitely learned that it's much better to get paid. All right. So the secret is you can attract your MVPs, most valuable payers on IG if you post what I call tasty content. All right. Tasty content. So here's what I mean by tasty content. Okay. It has one of these principles, one or more of these principles. So it teaches your customers something. It provides action steps to them. It solves an urgent pain point for them. It transforms them from where they are to where they want to be, or it addresses their deeper why. Okay. Barbara says, girl, you're turning on the light. I love it. That must be like the best comment ever. Okay. So this is what I mean when I say tasty comment. So I'm going to show you a few examples. Okay. So like I said, I only post 1 to 2 times per month, but the reason it converts people is because it's tasty content. So here's an example of what I post. I call it the behind the scenes post. Okay. So this post is teaching. Okay. It's attracting the tasty principle of teaching. So this is a behind the scenes post where I'm being vulnerable. All right. So here, I'm going to read it to you. So it says, introducing my first video ad for Facebook and Instagram. Scroll to see. One of my friends pointed this out. As entrepreneurs, the first time we execute something, it's pretty shitty. But the second time we execute, it's a 10x improvement. So my goal is to make the first shitty version as fast as possible so I can 10x as fast as possible. Cheers to that. Let's go execute. What shitty rough draft will you commit to getting out into the world this week? Mine was this video. Tell me yours. So see that? See that? So this is a post that is teaching something, right? It's teaching you that you want to get your shitty rough draft out to the world, because after you get that out, you're going to 10x the improvement afterwards, right? Don't lock yourself in a cave, try to make it perfect. Just get it out there. So that's what I'm teaching. So what I want you to do is ask yourself, what is a behind the scenes view in my business that I can show people, right? So I was vulnerable and I said, y'all, this is my Facebook ad. It's not perfect. It's my first ugly rough draft, but I'm showing you anyway. All right. We put it out there anyway. So how can you be vulnerable and show people the behind the scenes in your business? All right. Amina says, hello. I love it. Marie says, love it. All right. So here's the second type of post. So this one is going to solve an urgent pain point for your customer, and it's going to address their deeper why. Okay. So this one is going to address your customer objections. All right. So whenever they're like, yeah, but right, those are your customer objections. So I called them out. So I said, I don't have enough time. So first of all, I said, hey, need help creating a launching online course. And I said, I don't have enough time to make this happen. Wow. I have no clue about the tech needed for this. Oh, how do I guarantee it gets traction? What if it flops? Is this you talking yourself out of your blessings? Rolls eyes. Okay. So this is how I opened up my post. And then I proceeded to invite them to a masterclass. Right. So this is what you can do too. So notice how I'm addressing their customer objections, and I'm showing them how the masterclass is going to solve these urgent pain points for them. Right. So they're like, I don't have enough time. Right. That's an urgent time. I don't know how to use the tech. Right. So I'm showing them I'm going to solve these things for you. And it addresses their deeper why. If you're looking to create a course, it's because you want freedom over your time. Right. You don't want to be limited by tech. Right? You want to be able to build an audience and know how to do it successfully. So that's how it's addressing their why. So what I want you to do is think about, what are my top 3 customer objections, right? And what's a piece of tasty content that I can create to speak to those? Okay. All right. The next one I want to show you is the celebrate your wins or flex on them. So in this one, I'm going to help them transform from where they are to where they want to be. Okay. So here's what it starts out saying. It says, walking into the week like, I am my own boss, check. I'm 100% in control of how much money I make this month, check. I get paid to create dope content, check. So I am speaking to where they want to be, right? So they want to be transformed from where they are, which is maybe working a 9 to 5 or doing a lot of freelancing where they're trading time for money, right? That's where they are. They want to be transformed into being their own boss, having 100% control over their time and how much money they make, right? Getting paid to create dope content. So that's how this is addressing, helping them transform them from where they are to where they want to be, okay? So what I want you to do is think about how you can celebrate your wins and flex on them, all right? Just do a little stunting, but not the stunting where you're renting dresses in Dubai, but you actually stunting in a strategic way for your perfect customers, okay? All right, so let's do a recap. I love it. Sulan says, Liddy. All right. Tiffany says, do you have to create a webinar first to advertise the course? Absolutely not, Tiffany. So for your MVC, I actually show people how to launch your MVC without growing your email list or doing a webinar or any of that crazy stuff. All right. I am a business minimalist. All right. I'm all about keeping it simple and drawing a straight line from you to the cash and securing the bag with as little effort as possible. All right. So major key, remember this, y'all. Likes don't buy, customers buy. Getting paid is so much better than getting popular. Okay. And remember, these posts, the outfit of the day, the food, the travel photos may attract the wrong kind of followers and prospects if they don't involve tasty principles. Okay. So there are ways to post food photos or travel photos if you incorporate tasty principles, right? But make sure you're doing it the right way. Right? So post tasty content that attracts your MVPs, most valuable payers, right? And remember to include one of these tasty principles when you're doing it. All right. So that is secret number 3, create tasty content to attract your MVPs, most valuable payers on Instagram. So these are people who will pay you $500 to $3,000 or more for your MVC. Okay. So I want to show you Tamara. So Tamara made over $2,000 within 60 days and received more service leads and inquiries through her Instagram than ever before. Okay, so I want to show you, I specifically chose Tamara. She doesn't have the biggest numbers, the biggest results, but I wanted to show you because I want to show you how she was able to leverage tasty content to get these results. So I'm going to read her post. So she helps people, she's instructing people on client relations. So she says, so to simplify the process, I begin asking initial questions in addition to asking for visual examples of what a client wants. Including this process helps put the client at ease and, more importantly, builds another level of trust in your capabilities in business. So she goes on to explain, how to work with your clients, right? And make them feel at ease. So that's a piece of her tasty content. Now, I wanted to show you Tamara because she didn't have 10K or 20K followers like Tara Reid, who I showed you earlier, who's done over 100K. She only had 2,300 Instagram followers. Now, guess what? If you're using Pop Social and you're getting 50 quality followers per day, you can get to 2,300 followers in just 6 weeks. All right, 46 days. So by mid-January or the end of January, you will have the same amount of followers as Tamara, 2,300 followers on Instagram. And if you are not at this yet, you'll have 2,300 more, right? If you already have more than 0. And you could potentially make your first $2,000 or more from your MVC, just like Tamara did, okay? So let me know, is this helpful for you? All right, give me a yes if this has been helpful. I wanna check in with y'all. Let me know if this is sinking in, all right? We talked a lot about growing your account, having your MVC ready. So just check it in. Give me a yes if it's been helpful. Okay. Marie says yes. Carmen says yes. Rowan, Tanya, Carrie, Stacy, Khadija, Melody, Shy. All right. So I want to check in. Did you learn what I promised you? Right. So did you learn how I made $25,000 in 1 month from my online courses using Instagram after only posting 1 to 2 times per month? Right. Sheldon says yes. What up, Sheldon? Alandis in the building. What up, Alandis? Tanisha, Adrian, Jamila, Carrie, Yael, Summer, love it. All right, so here's what we learned. We learned secret number 1, create a MVC, minimum viable course, all right? That is the ugly rough draft version of your course, which is live group coaching that you can price at $500 or more to market on IG, even if it's your first digital product. All right, so step 1 is create that MVC. Step 2 is use automation software. I like Pop Social, popsocial.co, to grow your IG by 50 quality targeted followers per day, even if you only post to IG 1 to 2 times per month like I do. And the last one was create tasty content to convert your MVPs on IG to subscribe and buy. So I showed you that tasty content that I've used to convert my most valuable payers on IG to subscribe and buy. So question for you, what if you set this up to make your first $2,000 or $8,000 or $7,000 like Mandela in the next 60 days, right? Like Tamara or Mandela. What if you set this up? What if you created your MVC, set up your automation software, and created tasty content? Would that make a difference for you, right? Would that make a difference for you? And better yet, what if I helped you do this? What if I helped you create your MVC, set up your automation on IG, and create that tasty content, right? Tiffany says, game changer. Stacy says, I'm ready. So type yes in the chat if you want to hear this, all right? So if you want to hear how I can help you and how I can give you a clear roadmap and accountability for creating your $500 or more offer and putting your IG growth machine on autopilot and being profitable in 60 days. Carrie says, definitely. Carmine says, what's the price? Quavo voice. I love it. I love it. All right. And type yes if you want to work with a course creation and launch expert who, remember, I have helped a kids yoga teacher with no email list make $10,000 in her first 30 days. All right. And type yes if you want to build a WFA, all right, WFA life and business, and get paid to create dope content and work with dream clients without having thousands of followers first. All right. So here's how we can work together. Now, I showed you the price for Course from Scratch earlier, but it is not that price. Y'all are getting the for real discount today, okay? So sit tight and I will let you know how much, but it's not as much as you think. So here's how we can work together. You're gonna create your MVC to market on Instagram profitably in 60 days, okay? I love it. Keisha's like, yes. Carrie's like, yes. Sierra. Tiffany says WFA goals. So Course from Scratch is all about helping you launch your MVC as swiftly as possible, helping you price it at $500 or $1,000 or more, and attracting the right clients and students without having to grow to thousands of followers first or becoming a content factory. Okay, you will never have me telling you to post on IG every day. So I'll show you what's inside. So part one is the course. So these are pre-recorded videos, step-by-step video lessons that you can watch whenever you want. I have tutorials and templates and guides in there that you can copy and paste. All right, so that is part one, the course. And we're gonna be covering, now mind you, you can either go with the suggested timeline, or if you're like Speedy Gonzalez, you can speed through this. I've had people make $5,000 from their MVC within 4 days of joining Course from Scratch. So if you want that Speedy Gonzalez tip, you can totally do that. You don't have to take the 8 weeks, okay? But we're gonna be helping you create your profitable course topic. So I think somebody asked about that. So I'm gonna show you how to niche down your topic. You're gonna create your perfect customer profile. So who are your MVPs, most valuable payers, your unique framework, your tasty course title and content, your pricing, and then I'm gonna show you how sales. All right, Adriana, you must have missed it. The MVC stands for minimum viable course, right? So it is the ugly rough draft version of your course, okay? All right. Part two is the community. So you are going to get access to this live pop-in 24/7 community where you have other experts around the country. And this group is lit. They're celebrating every day, posting every day, and you're going to get access to this community. Okay. And part three is the coaching. So I don't just put you in the program and let you go. This is a live coaching program. Okay. So I show up on group coaching calls just like this, and you'll see my face and everything. And I'll give you, not only allow you to check in with me, what's your high for the week, what's your low for the week, but you're going to set goals for the coming week. And I'm going to show you behind the scenes in my business. So when you're ready to level up, you're going to know about Facebook ads. I'm going to show you by numbers, my exact campaigns, and everything. So when you are in Course from Scratch, you get access to these exclusive trainings, okay? So I want to show you a few people. So this is Jamie Brody. She is the founder of Cosmic Kids Yoga. I mentioned her a few times. So she teaches kids yoga. I love sharing her because, again, this is not on tech or business or making money online. It's kids yoga, y'all. But she came in. She had no email subscribers. We grew it to just 100 email subscribers, which that's very easy to do, y'all. And we did over $10,000 in 30 days of course sales, okay? So what I want to highlight about Jamie is that, again, it's not in a business or tech niche, right? So it doesn't matter what you're teaching, this is possible for you. And she's gone on to have a subscription business in addition to selling her courses, and she's doing multiple six figures, okay? So this is Ashley. So Ashley, we grew her email subscribers to 570. She priced her course, or I'm sorry, she made $4,500 from her course in 60 days. So $4,500. And the thing about Ashley is right before she joined Course from Scratch, she resigned from her job as a communications director. So for those of you who are in transition, this is exactly, this is a program that a lot of folks in transition have done to launch their personal businesses. So in the course, she got a lot more clarity about her offer, and she was able to land speaking engagement in addition to doing $4,500 in course sales, okay? And you guys have heard about Tara. So Tara, we grew her email list rapidly, and she did a $70,000 launch over 60 days. Now, what I want to highlight is that we did $40,000 in pre-sales of her course. Okay, she did $40,000 in pre-sales. When I say pre-sales, that means she did not have any pre-recorded content for her course. Okay, so she knew what she's going to teach, right? We talked about those things earlier. We talked about your MVC, your ugly rough draft version. It's going to have your big promise, your milestones, your methodology, and the coaching. So she had those written down, but she had no pre-recorded content, and she was able to do $40,000 in sales. Okay, and as I mentioned to you, she's now done over 150K in the last year and a half or so. Okay. And you already met Tamara. And so Tamara leveraged IG for hers to grow her email list and to make over $2,000 in 60 days. Now, the great thing about Tamara is she was determined when she came in to not just launch, but she wanted to do a more advanced launch. So she's one of the few who came in and she created a webinar and she created her launch sequence. So she's now relaunched using that same webinar over and over again. So she's made more, since I recorded this number. And so when you're in Course from Scratch, we focus on building assets, all right? Assets, things that you can use over and over and over again, okay? And last one is Anna. So Anna is in the health and wellness space. So when she came to me, she wanted to price her course at $100, and I showed her how to position it. She's now charging $1,000 for her course, right? But at the time, she still wasn't ready. She's like, I'm not ready, like Kevin Hart. She's like, I'm not ready. So she priced at $300. I was like, fine, girl, that's fine. Okay, we can rock with it. But she was still able to do $12K for her initial launch, okay? And that's a photo of her with her baby, Ellie, at the time. So at the time, Ellie was a little baby, and Anna was switching from an offline business doing in-person workshops to online. And so she was desperate to figure out, how do I transition my business? Because I need to be home with my baby, with my newborn. And so today she's able to work from anywhere. She's able to spend a lot of time with her baby and run her business. So it's been amazing. And Lisa, yes, no problem. I'll be sending out a replay, Lisa. Don't worry. All right. And so one thing about Anna, she did her initial launch, which was $12,000, and she relaunched it a few months later, and she did a $20K launch for her second launch. So like I said, we create assets in Course from Scratch that you can just flip and reuse to get larger and larger returns. All right. So this program is for you. So if you're here, it's not an accident. All right. I targeted you, right? Because you are driven to grow your brand or your business. Okay. So you are here because you want to level up. You're all about that WFA, work from anywhere, life and business. Okay. So you are not here as an accident. Do not take this for granted. All right. Soak all this in. So I want to show you what you're getting, and I want to show you how you can join me. So you're getting Course from Scratch, which is the whole program, and that includes the course that you can watch whenever you want. It includes the community, the 24/7 support community, and it includes my live coaching, right? Like this, where I'm answering your questions, all right? So that's $8,000 value. But when you invest today, you're also going to get 3 months free of Teachable, okay? So this is the course hosting platform I use. So after you do your MVC, and you're ready to upload your materials to Teachable, then you're gonna have, I'm on Team No Excuses, all right? If anybody else is on Team No Excuses, let me know, hashtag Team No Excuses, but I'm on Team No Excuses, and I wanna give you no excuses. I have people say, oh, Danielle, the tech is so hard, I don't know. No excuses. So here's what I wanna do. I wanna give you 3 months free of Teachable. So you don't have to Google, you don't have to beg your techie best friend, you don't have to post desperately in Facebook groups. I've met people who have wasted $20,000 on a development team, all right? So I don't want you to do that. So I wanna give you free access, okay? So here's what you're getting. You're getting Course from Scratch, the course, the community, and the coaching. You're getting 3 months free of Teachable. But when you invest today, you're also gonna get tasty webinars. So when you are ready to level up, I want to give you the exact webinar slides and sequences that made me over $80,000 in 1 year. It's made more than that since then. But in the first year, $80,000 in course sales from this one webinar, a previous one that I used to do. So webinars are one of the best ways to sell your course. So if you're only launching over email, you can expect email conversion rates between 1% to 3%, okay? That's standard, industry average. Even if you're the most interesting human being on the planet, it's still 1% to 3%. Whereas webinars can convert as high as 30%. And I've even converted as high as 33%, right? So I want to give you this so you don't have to Google, all right? You don't have to buy an expensive webinar course, all right? I'm going to show you what I've done to get results, okay? You're going to get the exact slides, okay? So here's what you're getting. You're getting course from scratch, the course, the coaching, and everything community. You're getting 3 months free Teachable. You're getting tasty webinars. And I want to give you this final thing. So when you invest today, you're also going to get the 7-day email list builder. Again, team, no excuses. I don't want you like Danielle, but I don't have an audience. I don't know. I will show you. It's my 7-day email list builder. And I want you to imagine building your email list from 0 to hundreds of people who are interested in learning from you in just 7 days. That's what all these people have done, right? Email list grew to 570, grew to 230, grew to 224, right? Increased my email list, made my investment back. So I'm going to give you the 7-day email list builder. And guess what? It doesn't require any tech. I have worked out a way where you don't need any tech, no MailChimp, no ConvertKit, no crazy stuff, no tech to grow your email list, okay? And you're going to get the 7-day email list builder. So here's everything you're getting. I hope y'all are ready. All right, course from scratch, 3 months free of Teachable, tasty webinars, and the 7-day email list builder. This is the total value of what you're getting today, all right? Probably a little more than that, but this is total value, okay? Over $8,000 worth of stuff. And what I want you to meditate on real quick, if course from scratch only helped you, if it helped you create a $500 or more offer in just 1 day, because I show you how to create your course content in just 1 day, if it showed you how to build your audience of the right people on autopilot so you can continue growing sales month after month, if it helped you get daily access to me as your business coach, and my hourly rate is $500 an hour, and you're getting daily access to me as your business coach without needing a pimped out website or posting to IG daily or thousands of followers first, would it be worth over $8,000, right? I think so, right? You would get this investment back if you put these systems in place, probably after a few months, right? If you were about it, all right? But this is your price today, all right? So the total value is over $8,000. The listed price, if you go to my site, is $19.97. But right now, you can get it for $9.97 when you pay in full, or 6 payments of $197. Now, in a second, I'm going to show you the pay in full bonus. Now, let me come back here, and I want to turn something on for you real quick. What's up, y'all? How's it going? I want to turn this on for you so that you can access this really easily. All right, there we go. Let me load it up. All right, so you should see that on your screen right now, and I'm going to go back to the slides because that's what we about right here. Okay. All right, let's go. So that's your price today, okay? So really take advantage of this, okay? Remember, we went over all of that, and it comes with a 60-day guarantee. So if you join course from scratch, you watch all the lessons, participate in the Q&A calls, complete and document the NVC profitably in 60 days, or your money back, okay? That's how confident I feel about this. And when you enroll right now, okay, I want to make this sweet for you. You're also going to get the Likes Don't Buy guide, all right? So this is my Instagram for premium sales blueprint. So I was only able to talk about a fraction of what I did today because of our limited time. But in this guide, it's going to go over how I grew my Instagram following to 18,000 followers in 1 year and did 25K. So here's what it talks about: how to optimize your Instagram bio, how to use these audience amplifiers to grow your account. So it doesn't only talk about automation, but it also talks about takeovers. So I also grew my account by doing takeovers. It talks about shout out for shout out, a group giveaway, and sponsored posts. Okay, so it talks through those audience amplifiers that will help you grow your account. It gives you even more examples of tasty content. So I think we had time for about 3 of them today, but it has additional examples of tasty content. Okay, and it has a sample sales funnel. So it shows you exactly how to convert people from Instagram. Okay, so I give you my actual funnel, screenshots, and everything. So when you enroll right now, you're going to get this, whether you enroll in the pay in full or the payment plan. Okay, so I'm going to give you, I'm going to show you in just a second what you get when you pay in full. I promise you're going to be like, oh snap, I got to pay in full. So here's everything you're getting when you enroll today: course from scratch, 3 months free of Teachable, tasty webinars, 7-day email list builder, and the Likes Don't Buy guide. Now, when you pay in full, you're also going to get a live session with me. All right, we are going to set up your Instagram marketing machine and create 4 pieces of tasty content. How about that? I want, like I said, y'all, team, no excuses. I want to put you just in the game, on the court ASAP, okay? So again, this is Tara. In 1 year, she went from 0 to 20K followers and did over 100K in sales. So on this live session, here's what we're going to do. We're going to implement for you the exact system that grew my Instagram followers to 20K of the right followers and made over 25K in 1 month as a result, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to research your perfect customer profiles or your MVPs, your most valuable payers. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that research on IG. We're going to find similar target accounts. All right. We're going to set them up in the software. Then we're going to optimize your IG bio to make sure people are clicking through and converting. And then we're going to create those 4 pieces of tasty content. All right. So that you are speaking to your audience. And again, so that you don't have to post daily. Again, I post 1 to 2 times per month. All right. So that's what you're getting when you pay in full. So here's everything you're getting when you pay in full right now. So you're getting course from scratch, the course, the coaching, and the community. All right. So remember, you get access to me as your business coach. You get 3 months free of Teachable. You get tasty webinars. So when you're ready to level up, you've got my exact slides and sequences. You're getting the 7-day email list builder. So you could go to from 0 to 250 real quick. And you're getting the Likes Don't Buy guide that details additional types of tasty content, how to optimize your bio, et cetera, et cetera. And then you get the live session with me for us to actually set up the system that I set up to do over 25K in sales, okay? So remember, if you join now, you're gonna get this fast action bonus, all right? So you've got about 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes or so, and you're gonna be able to get this Likes Don't Buy guide, all right? And you can get started today for just $197, and you'll have an additional 5 payments of $197. But remember, when you pay in full, you're also going to do to get that live session, okay? So what I want you to think back today is, why did you come here today, right? Check in with yourself, right? Because you now have an opportunity going into 2018. You have a vehicle to now help you create your MVC, right? Launch your MVC. And what I actually, what I want to do is come back on camera so y'all can see me real quick. All right, there we go. All right, so I want you to check in with yourself. Why did you come here today? Because I'm giving you an opportunity, a vehicle, as you go into the new year, 2018, to have a system, right? To set up your automation so you're getting those followers on autopilot, to find out how to position your expertise as a $500 or more course or program, and then how to launch that, right? How to create pieces of tasty content and effectively launch your MVC so that you are getting those sales, okay? So I want you to check in with yourself about, why you came here today, okay? Really think about that, all right? And I want you to imagine if your content and expertise are making you 6 figures in a scalable and predictable way. That doesn't require you working 90-hour weeks, because that's what's possible here, okay? And imagine if you have all the dream clients you want and you're even turning some away. Okay. And imagine if you don't have to worry about growing to 50K followers, right? I didn't have to grow to 50K followers before I started really getting the benefits of building this following on Instagram. But you're already recognized as an influencer and respected as a go-to person in your niche. Okay. And sorry, y'all, let me turn this off. All right. So I want to show you the moment of truth for me. So I went on vacation and I had done launches before, but this was my first time launching when I was on vacation away from my computer. Okay. So I was sipping frosé, which I don't recommend, by the way. Frosé is a lot of sugar. It's frozen rosé. Don't recommend it. It sounded like a good idea, but it wasn't. However, I was sipping frosé, brunching on the beach, right? Looking at street art with my friends, and these payment notifications were coming in. So this is an actual screenshot of my inbox. And I was like, holy shit, what is happening? And I showed my boyfriend, I showed my friends, and I was like, yo, y'all, this is what the WFA life is about, right? So I want this for you too. I want you to know that this is possible for you. And I want this for you too, okay? So stop imagining and really start creating your WFA business. See how you can create it for yourself. That's what I'm showing you how to do, okay? So here is someone who built her WFA business. How many of y'all know Travel Noir? Any of you guys know Travel Noir? So if you're not familiar, Travel Noir is a huge community on Instagram. They're probably at maybe over 300,000, maybe a lot more followers. But Zim, the founder, she has products that she sells anywhere from $29 per month all the way up to $3,000 products. And she just got her company acquired a couple months ago. Okay, so she's just like killing it. And I met her when Travel Noir was just an idea, right? So we would meet up in the cafe, and I would be like, girl, you better put that email opt-in above the fold. You better build that email list, right? And so the thing I noticed about Zim, we met when it was just an idea a few years ago, and fast forward, look at all the success she's had. She knows the difference between an asset and a liability, Okay. All right. Love it. Tiffany's like, yep, I'm familiar with Zim, right? So she knows the difference between assets and a liability, right? So a liability is, the club dress you're going to wear to Vegas, or it's like the car you're going to buy that's going to depreciate as soon as you drive it off the lot, right? But an assets that she has invested in have been software, right? Software that helps her automate things. It's been coaching, right? That helps her helps her learn something 10 times faster. So because she's having someone who's made the mistakes before her show her how to do it right in courses and trainings, right? Those are assets, right? When you invest in an asset, that means it's going to make you more money. And that's what she's done. Okay. Right. So here's what I want to point out to you. Imagine if you made $25,000 in 1 month, when you had $25K followers after just 1 year. That was almost what I had, right? I had a little less at 20K followers, but let's say you made that much in 1 month. How fast could you then grow to 50K or even 100K followers, right? After you're at that 25K mark, how fast could you double it and then quadruple it? And how much revenue could your online courses be making at that point, right? Imagine you getting to 20K followers in a year and then being catapulted to 50K or 100K followers. How much revenue do you think your courses could be making you when you're that big, right? So I don't want you to make this mistake, all right? I'm gonna share. If any of y'all are on the fence, now's the time. I'm here live. Ask me questions in the chat if you have any questions about the Course from Scratch program, okay? But I want to share my 100K mistake because I don't want you just sitting on the fence. I want you to feel empowered and inspired to either say hell yes or hell no, but not be in the middle, okay? I was stuck in what I call course purgatory. How many of y'all are Catholic, right? So I grew up Catholic and I went to catechism classes. And so there's this concept of purgatory where you are stuck between earth and heaven, okay? That is purgatory. So course purgatory is when you're stuck in the middle, right? You are right on the brink. You could have a breakthrough, but you're not. You're in indecision land. So I was in indecision land for about 3 months. I could not decide what topic to create my course on. I had 3 different distinct interests. I was equally excited about all of them and I was equally qualified and I couldn't decide what to do. In those same 3 months, a friend of mine who had a similar following, similar experience did 100K in revenue. All right. I made the mistake of being stuck in indecision land and I did not partner with a coach or a consultant. I just stayed in indecision land. So what I want you to do is realize this is your opportunity. So ask yourself, check in with yourself. Do you want to work with someone who can take you there in 60 days, right? Who can take you to your system being automated, to you launching your, okay? Either way, get off the fence, right? If it's a hell yes or a hell no, I want you to be empowered to make that decision, okay? And Blondie, will there be replay? Absolutely, yeah. I'll send out the replay tonight, Blondie. Thanks for coming. Tawanda says, can it work for a mindset transformational coach? Oh my gosh, absolutely. Tawanda, if it can work for a kid's yoga teacher and a jewelry maker, okay, and a wedding photographer, it can work for a mindset transformational coach. Because guess what? The whole world right now is talking about mindset. Everybody's obsessed with meditation and mindfulness, right? And that's all about mindset. That is a huge market right now. And there are people cleaning up. And the great thing about mindset transformation is it's so versatile, right? It's so versatile. And Carrie, so same for you. It's so versatile, right? So you could teach corporate folks, the corporate professionals who want to rework their mindset and transform their mindset so they can perform better at work, right? Or you can teach entrepreneurs who need to transform their mindset so they can break through those limiting beliefs and have, their first 100K year or 500K year or whatever it might be, right? All right, Tawanda, so let me know, Tawanda and Carrie, if that's helpful for you. But yeah, what I do want to share is that regardless of your niche, what I show you in Course from Scratch is how to dial into your MVPs, most valuable payers, all right, dial into their needs, what their point A is, where they are, and what their point B is, where they want to be, and you are going to be the bridge to get them there, okay? So I show you how to identify who they are and then to create your milestones in your program to cater to their needs. Okay. All right. Carmine says very helpful. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So any more questions, let me know. Definitely. Like I said, I don't want y'all to be in course purgatory. Okay. So what makes Course from Scratch different? All right. So I've had over 6 years helping thousands of people launch their courses. All right. So I'm the only person who has worked at Udemy for a few years was exclusively focused on helping people of all backgrounds launch their courses and build audiences online. Okay. Course from Scratch has an inspiring and driven community. I told you the community is lit. All right. And the tactics I show you, we focus on profitability and taking action that impacts your bottom line. Like I said, I'm all about drawing a straight line from you to the cash. All right. We here to secure the bag, and you get in-depth feedback from me and my team. So when you join, I don't just give you a login and I'm like, all right, see you next year. We show up like this on Q&A calls. All right. I was just on a Q&A call yesterday with everybody in Course from Scratch in the program. And on these calls, you're able to share what was your high and your low this week. Did you accomplish your goal from last week? What are you struggling with? And I answer all of your questions. You can show me your copy if you want me to review it. I do copy reviews. I do MVP reviews, right? So all that stuff happens on these calls. You get a lot of feedback from me. All right, Tiffany says, we purchased today. How soon do the live calls start? I want to make money from my course yesterday. I love it. So so Tiffany, if you do the pay in full and you do the $9.97 option, our very first session where we set up your Instagram automation and create those tasty pieces of content is on Tuesday. So it's next Tuesday. And then we're going to break for the Christmas holiday. And then on January 2nd, that Tuesday, we have our live Q&A call. Okay. But in between, I'll be in the Facebook group answering your questions. So any questions that come up, you can put them there and we have support to answer your questions. All right. Tanya says, well, the discount code. Oh yeah. Thank you for reminding me, Tanya. So for those of you who want to do Course from Scratch, it is going to be popsocial.co. And the code is CFS48. All right. So popsocial.co and the code is CFS48. All right. And Chloe, thank you, Chloe, for putting that in for me. So Chloe put that in for me. Shay, yes, $9.97 US dollars. Yes, exactly. And Tawanda, with the full payment one-on-one, or is it just for 1 hour, one-on-one time? Yeah, so with the full payment, it's a group. It's a small group, usually about 5 people, and it's a 2-hour session. So you get a 2-hour session with me where we are going to research your perfect customer profiles, set up your automation, and create those tasty pieces of content. So it's always a small group of about 5 people, and I do it for 2 hours to make sure that I can give you specific feedback on what you're building. All right. All right. All right, so I love it. Give me more questions, y'all. Give me more questions. All right, Nika says, excited for what this could do for my new home buying school framework. Yes, girl, you're going to kill the real estate market, like for real. No one else is out here doing this. No one else, okay? So you're going to be the first. This is going to be amazing, right? And so for those of you, I shared about the MBC, and you may be saying, will this MVC make me money, right? So for those of you who missed it, remember the MVC is the minimum viable course, the ugly rough draft version of your course. And you're doing group coaching, all right, as the first version of your course. So here's the thing. I did group coaching. I made $1,000, right, for my first one. Then I flipped it and I did a more advanced launch and I made $20,000 the second time around, right? Tara, who I shared with you earlier, she did group coaching, her MVC, and she made $10K. And then she did a more advanced launch and she made $70K. All right. So what you learn in Course from Scratch is how to do your MVC ASAP, right? So get it out the door, get it done. And then you learn how to flip it, do a more advanced launch, and level up. All right. Tanya says, how much does Pop Social cost? Yeah, so Pop Social is $50 per month. And with the discount code, you get $20 off the first month. So I have now made, I got to update my numbers, but it's got to be at least 50K on account of Pop Social. Right? So that is a more than worthwhile investment, right? If you have a $500 or more course, which is what I show you how to create in Course from Scratch, if you got a course that's $500 or more, if you make one sale a month, that, is 10xing the value of what you're investing in Pop Social, right? And that's what we show you how to do. All right, 50. So Tanya, $50. $50 per month. And the code is CFS48. Okay, CFS stands for Course from Scratch and 48. You have 48 hours to claim that. Okay, all right. So again, checking in with you guys. Remember that when you enroll right now, you can get access to the Likes Don't Buy guide And when you pay in full, you're going to get that live session with me. It's a 2-hour session where we are going to set up your automation. So do the correct research. I've seen people set up their automation and they're targeting people like Beyonce, Gary Vee, just hashtag all the wrong things. And they're wondering why they're not getting results. So I want you to avoid that. And that's why I'm doing this live session where I can set you up for success and show you who to target. Okay. All right. Stacy says, I'm in the beauty industry and I'm an educational provider as well as a consultant. I want to do online courses for several different areas in the beauty industry. Amazing. So Stacy, huge opportunity in the beauty industry. So let me know, Stacy, if you've heard of Maven. So I used to work at Maven, which is a startup in the beauty space. And they sold weave and like hair extensions. And we worked with a lot of hairstylists. So when I was at Maven, my role was to work with hairstylists and help them market themselves online and drive more sales to their online stores. So when I was there, I saw firsthand that some of these women were doing these workshops and charging $500, $650 per person to learn from them. All right. So what we would do with you, Stacy, is position you as the expert. And I have a module on that. You do your brand authority bio and your brag bank. And that's going to position you as an expert in your industry. You're going to develop your own unique framework. All right. And you are going to be different from, hey, Marie, welcome to Course from Scratch. Super, super excited that you're in. Hey, all right. I wish I had like a horn or something to blow, but so glad you're joining me, Marie. Super, super excited to work with you. Can't wait to get started. All right. Sorry, Stacey. I got distracted. All right. Wanted to welcome Marie. So yes, huge opportunity for you, Stacey. So what we would do is develop your unique expertise in your framework. And the thing about the beauty industry is any beauty professional has, they know that they need to do ongoing education, right? They know they need to do ongoing education and they're ready to invest in the ongoing education. So what we would do is position you as the person they invest in to get that ongoing education. All right. So let me know if that makes sense, Stacy. Yay, Marie. Hey. All right. So yeah, Stacy, let me know if that answered your question. All right. Tiffany, is the 3 months free from Teachable a code? Just want to know if we do group coaching as our MVC and plan to use it later. Yes. So Tiffany, if you do your MVC and you do group coaching, don't worry. Your code is valid from the time you create your Teachable account. So what you'd want to do is just hold off until you're ready to use Teachable. And then you would create your account and then you would have the first month free from that date. All right. All right. Okay. So, and Marie, if you want to share, I would love to hear what made you decide to join and what your course is going to be on. So super exciting to looking forward to finding out what I'm going to be working with you on. So I would love to hear in the chat what made you decide to join and what you're going to be doing your course on. All right. Tanisha, I'm a writing coach and I want to teach people how to write books. Amazing. So Tanisha, I just worked with a woman. She's dope. She is a published author with Simon & Schuster, best-selling author. And she helps other women publish their books. And she shows them how to self-publish and become best-selling self-published authors. And she focuses on people who want to self-publish their books to leverage it as a personal brand growth tool. So, leverage it to get 5-figure speaking engagements, to grow their audience, et cetera, et cetera. So when I worked with her, she was able to launch her program. She did an MVC and she charged, I believe it was $500, maybe even $600. I think she charged $600. I know I was trying to convince her to do $997. I don't remember if she did the $1,000, but I think she charged $600. And she told me, all right, Danielle, I promise in January when I do my second launch, I'll go up to $1,000. I think that's what she ended up doing. But yeah, she did an amazing job and she's leveraging Instagram and she's using Pop Social to grow her account. So Tanisha, absolutely. And what we would do for you is, here's a hint for all of you. So when you're thinking about how do I position myself, and let me go to here so you guys can see everything that's included. But what I want to share with you guys is this magical phrase, so you can. Okay. So for those of you who are wondering, am I going to be able to create and position a course that I can charge $500 or more from? Let me know in the chat. Give me a that's me. If you are like, man, how am I going to be able to create a premium offer, right? Like to just yesterday, I spoke with 2 people who just joined the program. One of them teaches personal finance and one of them teaches debt, how to pay off your debt. And both of them had the same concern. They said, hey, I'm talking about money and I'm talking to people who are usually broke. Like they don't have the money to spend $500 or $1,000 on a program. So here's what I told them. I said, first of all, it's not how, like, how am I ever, like, how am I going to be able to charge this? It is who will pay $500? Who will pay $1,000? And so a key is you're going to take your topic, right? And you're going to look at it and you're going to say, for instance, in my case, I teach people how to create and launch your course profitably in 60 days, right? That's my big promise. So what is your big promise? That's your big promise. You're going to add a magical phrase, so you can, to the end of it. So I teach people how to create and launch your online course profitably in 60 days, so you can get paid to create dope content. So you can build your WFA life of business, right? Build your work from anywhere business. So you can spend more time at home, have complete freedom over how much money you make every month, right? So you can be recognized as an expert in your niche. So what I want all of you to do is think about, what are your so you cans, okay? So what is the big promise? What are you teaching people? Add so you can to the end. And when you do that, it'll start to become a lot more clear to you how your course is sexy, all right? That so you can phrase makes it sexy, and it makes it something that you can position as a premium product, okay? So that's what I want you to do if you're thinking about, how do I price this thing? All right. Tanya said, and that's for you, Tanisha, as a writing coach, I want you to think about, okay, I want to teach people how to write books so you can, land 5-figure speaking engagements, so they can, get paid to write for a living, right? So that would be for you, Tanisha. All right. Rayma says, can you start at any time or just during open season? Yeah, so when you enroll, so Rayma, and this will also answer your question, Tanya. So the 50% off expires on Sunday. So it's only good until Sunday. After that, it's back at the full price of $19.97. Let me see. Can you start anytime? Yes. So Rima, as soon as you join, you're going to receive your access and your login. So you'll be able to log in, you'll be able to jump in and get started, and you'll be able to access the community and the live sessions. Now, as far as the bonuses, so the Likes Don't Buy guide that details those audience amplifiers, the other things that help me grow my Instagram account that I wasn't able to cover today, and the additional examples of tasty content, that you only get when you join right now, live, whether you join as pay in full or payment plan. But that goes away after this webinar. And then the live session with me is only valid when you pay in full. So if you pay in full by Sunday, you can still get that live session with me. All right. Stacey says, yes, that helps. Awesome. Carmine, do you feel the digital marketing course realm is oversaturated? Absolutely not. So Carmine, and for all of y'all who have the same question, okay, so Carmine says, I was thinking about focusing on helping individuals and businesses protect themselves from cyber attacks as I'm a computer science. Awesome. So Carmine, and for anyone else who's wondering this and is saying, oh man, like my niche, my topic, like there are already so many people teaching this topic. Here's why it's not oversaturated. Because we are in the internet age, we have access to billions, even trillions of people, okay? Well, let's say you have access to billions of people. Now, there is no one offering a course, right? Like the thing to think about is, yes, there are courses out there on protecting yourself from a cyber attack, but guess what? You haven't created it yet, okay? So your course is automatically going to be different from anyone else's on the market. So you, because of the way you look, the way you carry yourself, the values you have, the methodology you create, you're actually going to position yourself to speak to a different audience than anyone else. And that's one thing we really focus on in Course from Scratch, is developing your unique framework. I call it your fancy framework, but this is your set of steps based on what you've been able to do, right? So helping people protect themselves from cyber attacks, you're going to come up with your own system to do that. And it's going to be an acronym like my MVC or MVPs, most valuable payers, right? You're going to come up with your own language. And that is going to set you apart from anyone else, okay? The beautiful thing is when you're doing premium pricing, $500 or $1,000, you don't need millions of people to buy your course to make a living, all right? You don't even need hundreds, all right? You just need dozens, right? So there's definitely more than enough people for that. Barbara, what's the code for Pop Social and Teachable? So Barbara, the Teachable code is only when you join Course from Scratch. So when you join Course from Scratch, it comes with 3 months free of Teachable. The Pop Social code is CFS48. All right. And CFS stands for Course from Scratch. So CFS 48. Marie, okay, I love it. So Marie, my course is time management for side hustlers. I love it. So awesome. Thank you for sharing, Marie, why you joined Course from Scratch. Super excited to work with you. So course is going to be on time management for side hustlers. Amazing, super needed. And you said, I've been looking for a business coach. Marketing is killing me, right? Trying to build your list, Instagram content, sales funnel, figuring out the right CRM. You're right on time. I love it, right? And we can easily be overwhelmed, right? By like all of these things. And I love that you're realizing that. And that's one thing I show you guys as soon as you come in. Hey, Tiffany, welcome to Course from Scratch, Tiffany. Super excited. And Tiffany, if you want to join, if you want to share like Marie did, what made you decide to join? And I see you're going to be joining me. You, Marie, we're going to be live next Tuesday. We're going to set up your Instagram automation, do your research, and create those 4 pieces of tasty content together because you both paid in full. So I can't wait to work with y'all. But yeah, Tiffany, if you want to share why you joined, I would love to hear. All right. So yeah, Marie, totally get that. So it's interesting. I have a lot of people come to me and they're like, oh, like I've had people say this before. They're like, oh, now's not the right time because I just, I'm spending a lot redesigning my website and I want to get my website up first. And I'm like, ooh, child, that is the wrong order of operations, All right. And so when you are thinking about your offer, right? So there is what I call the brand ascension pyramid. And let me come off and just show my face so y'all can see it. And last, call, we've got maybe about 10 more minutes of questions and answers, but here is a recap because I'm about to, come back on video. But here's a recap of what you're getting. And actually I'll leave it up. It's fine. I'll just leave it up. All right. So, it's a brand ascension pyramid. So on the brand ascension pyramid, the first thing you want to do is you want to grow get your expertise. Okay. So all of you here, you've done that. You've gone from hobbyist to professional. Okay. You've grown your expertise. The next level on the pyramid is to get paid for your expertise. So it's to create an offer. All right. So that's what we're doing in Course from Scratch. We're creating your offer, right? And then the next level up, after you create your offer, then you go into the influencer phase. All right. So you go from hobbyist to professional to influencer. And when you're at the influencer stage, that's when you start growing your list, creating your website, doing the fancy webinars and all of that because you've already created your offer. Okay. So for those of you who are focusing on, oh, I need to, create a website first, or I need to do all these things first. What I want to tell you is that you're doing it in the wrong order. Okay. So what you want to do is create your offer first, because guess what? Your offer is going to inform the things you put on your website. Okay. So if I were to when I launched and I did, how much did I do? I did almost 20,000 in sales. That was pre-sales. So it was before I developed any course content. And it was before I had a nice website. It was just like a really ugly website, one-page website. And I had that. I did that because I didn't know who my customers were yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to create your offer. You're going to know exactly who your customers are. And then you can go out and create the website and all the fancy stuff. All right. Shai says, have you ever worked with anyone who is a child therapist or works in the autism or developmental disability field? Let me think. I have not. Yeah, I haven't yet. Yeah. But one thing that we do is the PCP, Perfect Customer Profile exercise. So for you, Shai, or Shay, let me know. I think it's Shai. So for you, Shai, you would take a look at who is in your life right now who can benefit from your course. Okay. So you think of a real life person, and this is, for all of you, right? So you'll think of a real life person, and I'll come back on the video for y'all. All right, there we go. So you're going to think of a real life person, and you're going to ask yourself, who is this person? What's their name? What's their age? What is their point A where they are, and what is their point B where they want to be, right? And your program is going to get them from point A to point B. Once you do that exercise, you're going to be really clear about how to be profitable, because it's going to be real to you. You're going to know, okay, her name is Michelle, and she's 34 years old, and she's she is a mom to a kid, to an autistic kid, and she's struggling to like how to help that child develop, right? And so she doesn't know where to look, right? She's out here trying to figure out like how to be a better mom, what she needs to do. And I'm going to give her a framework that has worked for me in the therapy I've done with others, right? So you're going to kind of walk through that process, and it's going to become a lot more clear to you on how you can monetize this, right? And who you're targeting. All right. Let's see. All right. I'm trying to make sure I hit all of your, okay. So Shai, let me know if that answered your question. Tanisha says, dope. That's what I desire to do. All right. All right. Tawanda says, that's me. Okay. Sierra says, I was thinking about teaching people how to save money on healthy organic items for their home, but I'm not sure if I can create a course at $500 or more. Perfect. So Sierra, what you're going to do is that so you can phrase exercise, the so you can exercise. Okay. So you're going to think about, I'm going to help you find healthy or organic items in your home so you can, and fill in the blank. So let's see. So you can protect your home for your newborn, right? Make sure your family stays healthy, right? So whatever that so you can is, that's what you're going to do. And so again, with Sierra, the exercise that's going to work for you is the perfect customer profile exercise. We're going to think about not the topic. So a big problem a lot of people have is they think about the topic instead of the person. Okay. So we say, oh, I want to teach how to save money on healthy organic items for your home. All right. That's the topic, but tell me about the person. Tell me about the person you're going to affect with your program. Because when you talk about the person, that's going to unlock a whole world of new dimensions of your topic that you didn't even think possible. And that's going to unlock the $500 or more pricing. Okay. So Sierra, you've just got to do that work of identifying who's the perfect customer profile and who is what are their concerns? What is their point A? What is their point B? Because chances are you're going to unlock some additional benefits in there that are going to warrant a $500 or more program. And something that's slightly related, I have someone in the program right now who does interior design, but she's focusing on eco-friendly home design. So what she's doing is something like create your eco-friendly haven. So she's like, I'm going to show you how to design your home to be healthy, right? Good for your health, right? So yeah. All right. So Carrie says, for paying in full to get the group coaching, will there be multiple days and times? I have a full-time job at the time. It may not be available. Totally. So Carrie, when you pay in full, I offer the live session once a month. So you will have a chance. If you can't make this month's live, then you can make next month's live. Another thing is I record the session so you can watch it. And during the session, when I'm having people do homework or do exercises live, you can pause it and do it yourself. And then when you have questions, you can just pop into the Facebook group and say, hey, Danielle, I watched the recording of the Instagram automation session, that I got as a bonus. I watched the recording. I got stuck on researching, the profiles. Here's what I came up with. What do you think? Okay. So Carrie, you're going to get the recording and you're going to be able to ask me questions. You're also, anyone who joins, whether you pay in full or do the payment plan, you are going to get access to the live group coaching like this. Live group coaching is going to happen every first, second, and third week of the month. So I be on for you guys. Okay. I don't just let you, it's not just a once a month thing, but it's actually 3 times a month where I am live coaching just like this. So a lot of value. And again, those are going to be recorded as well in case you can't make those. All right, Tanisha, how to write a book in 10 weeks. Perfect. Exactly. That's perfect. All right. Tanisha says, thank you. Carmine says, thank you so much. Tanisha says, true. Carmine says, gosh, I wish I was ready to buy in full right now. No worries, Carmine. Just get creative, right? Ask yourself, how can I make this happen, right? Rama says, can you buy the program at any time of the year? So yes, you can pay in full at any time. So you can buy it at $19.97. It is currently on sale at any time for $19.97. And then if you want to pay the 50% off, then you can get it by Sunday. And then of course, if you want all those pay in full stuff, then you can get it. Hey, I see someone else joined. I'm sorry, I can't see your name, but welcome. And if it's you, let's see. Yeah, I can't see your name. But if it's you, please tell me in the comments. I would love to hear why you decided to join and what you're going to be creating a course on. All right, Tiffany, I've just written a book about mindfulness. Okay, so Tiffany is sharing why she joined Course from Scratch. So I've just written a book about mindfulness, setting healthy boundaries, etc., and have been planning to build a course around it, but I need guidance. So this webinar and offer is right on time. Amazing. Yeah. And it's so interesting, Tiffany, that actually when you are writing a book, a lot of people, write the book first, and it's great that you've got the book, you've got the content. So that's going to be a great tripwire. So are you guys familiar with the term tripwire? So tripwire is, something that is under $10 that you use to like trip people, right? It's like a piece of wire, you trip them to get into your funnel, right? And then you can sell them on larger things that meet their needs. So for you, Tiffany, it's great that you have the book because you can price it at, $5 or $19 or $25 or whatever. And then you have this active base that's interested that you can then, upsell to your program. So that is amazing. Super excited to work with you. All right, Carrie, good grief. This fence situation is real. Wishing I could make up my mind. The full-time job and full-time PhD gives me pause though. Got it. So one thing I want to say, for you, Carrie, and for any of you who are on the fence because you're like, listen, I got a lot happening. So the good thing is we got someone else who joined, and I can't see your name either, but feel free to let me know. Okay. Yep. Feel free to let me know in the chat why you joined as well. Super excited to work with you. So, Carrie, and anybody else who's in course purgatory, okay, in the fence, in indecision land. One thing I will say is that we focus, first of all, you have lifetime access to the content. So there's no such thing as being behind in Course from Scratch. Second of all, we focus on drawing a straight line, remember, from you to the cash and securing the bag. So I give you the minimum amount of tasks to get you the maximum results. So if you have, for instance, a winter break coming up and you have a week off, that is the perfect time to join Course from Scratch tonight, and you could dive in on that week and you can get a lot. Like I've had people who join and within 4 days booked $5,000 in sales because she just went right through. I had people who've done 4 pre-sales of their course in week 2 of joining. 2 weeks of joining, right? So Carrie, I'm not out here like you need to lock yourself in a cave and script your videos perfectly, create these perfect slides, and it's gonna take you 6 months and like 40 hours of time. Not the case. So yeah, so I hope that's helpful for you. I hope that kind of answers your question. But I definitely have people who work full time and are single moms, and have 2 kids who are in the Course from Scratch program right now. And they're creating a course for other single moms. So it's real out here and people are making it happen. So I totally feel you, Carrie. So let me know if that helps you get off the fence. All right. Marie says, Tiffany, excited to meet you on the call Tuesday. Amazing. Excited. Nika says, targeting is my biggest pain point right now. Where are my people? Nika, listen, honey, Linda, looky, Linda. Okay. So Nika, you are a realtor, right? So the beautiful thing is, and this is for all of you, when you're looking at your customers, there are 3 customer lanes: the fast lane, the slow lane, and the sidewalk. Okay. So the fast lane are people who know about their problem, right? So they're like really motivated to solve it and they're educated about how to solve it. So they're like, I want to buy a home as an investment and I want to buy it now. It's just a matter of figuring out who I want to buy it from. Those are the people in the fast lane. The people in the slow lane, they're like, I know a home is a good investment, but I also know I should invest in maybe Amazon or that Facebook stock or that Bitcoin. Okay. So they're in the slow lane because they're educated about the problem, which is, okay, I need an asset portfolio. I need to make an investment. Right. But they're not sure that the home is the situation. So you need to come in and educate them on why the home is the good situation. The people on the sidewalk, they ain't got a clue. They out here just like, yeah, I could, I want to like make some more money. So I'm probably just going to like get a better paying job, but they don't realize, get some assets. All right. Buy a home, buy some Bitcoin, whatever. So for you, Nika, you're going to start with the people in the fast lane. Who are those people who are highly educated about the problem? I need an investment portfolio or whatever, if that's your angle with homes. And they know about the solution. I'm going to look for a realtor who knows XYZ, and I'm looking for a home in this area with these things. So for you, Nika, you're going to think about who is a real life person in your life right now who fits into the fast lane, who you would love to be your client. That is the person you're going to build your course around. That is the person who has disposable income that they are going to pay because they know the value of learning about home buying, their credit, getting all that right. Okay. And they're going to do it. All right. So let me know if that's helpful, Nika, and helpful for any of y'all, because that applies to all y'all. All right. Shai says, thank you. Very helpful. Awesome. Sierra says, okay, great. Thanks. Tanisha said, if I could do this and get that dough, I'm all in. I love it. Tanisha, you can. What's the difference in coaching? Yes. So Tanisha, all right. So what I mentioned is when you join, you are going to get access to the course, right? So those are the pre-recorded videos. You can watch when you want, and you got the scripts and everything you need. You get coaching. So that's going to be me coming on live like this 3 times a month. So 3 times, so once a week, 3 weeks out of the month, I'm going to come on live, answer your questions. You're gonna be on video too if you want, okay? If you got that life, you're usually all on video on these chats, and you're gonna share your high for the week or low for the week and set your goals, and I'm gonna answer your questions. That is the coaching. Everybody gets access to that, whether you pay in full or you do the payment plan, okay? So that's the coaching. Now, when you pay in full, right? When you do the $9.97, which we got folks in, hey! When you do the got it, Face ID. There we go. Okay, when you do the pay in full, the $9.97 today, you're going to get access to the additional private session, all right, where it's going to be a small group. And for 2 hours, I'm going to be live on it with you. And I'm going to walk you through how to set up your automation on Instagram. So show you how to research what accounts you should be targeting. We're going to set that up for you. So boom, you're done. Your Instagram is growing on autopilot, 50 followers a day. Okay, $50 a day, that's done. So if you join right now with the pay in full option at $9.97, as of next Tuesday, you will be getting 50 followers per day on your IG account. Second thing we're gonna do is create 4 pieces of tasty content. All right, and we're gonna put that on your IG account. And that way you can start collecting and attracting MVP's most valuable payers. So that's the additional session that you get. It's a 2-hour session. It's happening next Tuesday when you join right now and pay the $9.97, okay? So let me know if any of that is unclear. All right, someone else joined. I'm so sad I can't see y'all your names. Here we go. Nope, still can't see the names. Well, welcome. And if that was you, feel free to chime in the chat and let me know why you joined and what you are creating a course on. All right, so Tanisha, so I hope that answered your question. Let me know if you're still unclear. Tanya, so when I go to your website, it will have the discounted price until Sunday. So Tanya, you'll need to go to that link. And let me just put it right here at the top so it's super easy for you to see. So you're just going to go to coursefromscratch.com/join. And I'll display that for you. So you're going to go there by Sunday, and it will have the discounted price. And then after Sunday, it will redirect back to the $19.97 price. All right. Okay, Tanisha, how long do we have access to your services with this offer? So minimum for 2 months, but I'll be real with you, Tanisha. I have been very generous, and I have people who've been in Course from Scratch for a year, and they've done multiple launches now, and I still give them access. I'm here for your success. So at the moment, you have unlimited access. So yeah, so I'll keep you posted. If that changes, let's say in, March, April, May, June, whatever, obviously I'll be in communication with you about that. But at the moment, you getting in on the early tip and you're getting a lot of access. All right. And again, when I work with people one-on-one, it is $500 an hour. So because I can work with groups, I'm able to offer this at this rate. Okay. All right, Barbara says, I just joined. Hey, Barbara, bit nervous, but ready for bigger bags. Yes, girl, secure them bigger bags, right? We ain't about them little bags. I love it, Barbara. So I joined because I've been planning a WISH program, Women Interested in Self-Help. Ooh, I love that, WISH. I love it, Barbara. Super excited to work with you. And that's going to be perfect going into the new year. I love it. Thank you so much for joining. I look forward to working with you. All right, Carrie, it was helpful. Thank you. All about the mindset for sure. Tanisha, do you suggest having a YouTube page with the business attached? So yeah, so Tanisha, I went through that brand ascension pyramid, right? When I talked about you start at the bottom as a hobbyist, and then you level up to a professional where you create your offer. So all of you are at that level right now. We're creating your premium offer. So after you do Course from Scratch and you have your MVC and you create that offer, then you go to the influencer phase, which is when you're creating content and positioning yourself to reach more audiences, okay? And you go from influencer then up to brand where you then scale, right? So that's the brand ascension pyramid. You go from hobbyist to professional when you have an offer, to influencer when you have an audience you're building. So that's the YouTube phase, to brand when you're scaling. So Facebook ads, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so that's where I am now in that scaling phase. where I'm perfecting my systems, the automation with the email sequences, the Facebook ads, right? That's where I am right now. So that's the brand ascension pyramid. So absolutely, a YouTube can be great. I don't know if you've heard of like Sunny Lenarduzzi, but she has leveraged YouTube on like to the 10th power to drive course sales. So that's a great place to do it. And frankly, when I was at Udemy, I worked with Phil Ebner. And so he used YouTube as a huge channel for him. So he's now doing multiple six figures and he's got tons of courses because of his YouTube channel and his podcast. He also started a podcast. So listen, y'all, don't get caught up in, oh, I'm going to create a 5-day New Year challenge, or I'm going to create an email course, or I'm going to do all this stuff. Don't get caught up. Do that later. Do that after you create your offer. And after you got that right, and you got your first MBC under your belt, okay? And you got 5 of them in there at $1,000 each. After that's under the belt, this is the belt down here, it's under the belt, then you can do, you know, the YouTube channel and the 5-day challenge and the webinars and all that fancy stuff, okay? All right, Brittany says, my perfect customer is a 30-year-old female struggling with depression, and I want to help her implement healthy coping skills so they find joy, but I don't know how to turn this idea into a full course worth $500. Yeah, so we talk about that in Course from Scratch, Brittany. Excuse me. So there are a few things you're going to look at. The first thing is you are not going to be targeting every 30-year-old depressed female, right? You're going to be targeting a specific type. So you're probably going to be targeting a high-performing, right? A high-performing but depressed 30-year-old female. Because usually the high performers are open to courses and help, outside help, right? If you're an underperformer and depressed, most likely you ain't trying to get help. You want to stay there, right? And I'm generalizing, but usually when you're creating a program, you know the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. So the fixed mindset is like, well, I guess you're like an Eeyore. You're like, well, I guess this is how I was born and this is how I'm going to be. And I'm not going to look for any help or anything. That's the fixed mindset. That's not your perfect customer profile. That's none of y'all's perfect customer profile. Those are the people who will never buy from you. You're looking for the growth mindset. So this is a person who is probably a high performer. So she might be a high 6-figure earner, corporate executive at a company, right? She might be, you know, a mom in the suburb, living in the suburbs with, you know, a loving husband and a family, but is still depressed and looking for more, right? So for you, Brittany, you're going to dig into that. See how I'm digging into the psyche there, and I'm digging into those triggers that get people to invest in themselves to learn. So that's how you're going to think about it. Okay. So let me know if that helps. All right, Tanisha, are those resources still available if you do the payment plan? Absolutely. So when you do the payment plan, you still get access to the course, the coaching, all the templates, everything, the webinar, the tasty webinar templates, the 7-day email list builder. You get access to all of that. The only thing you don't get is that, you know, live session where we are setting it up with you. All right. Nadine says, it's great, Danielle. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Carrie, hey, Carrie in the building. Just joy, pay to flow. What's up? I'm being laid off from my job after 9 years. Whew, I feel you. I don't know if you were here for I told you about my layoff story, right? I don't want to work for someone else when I can build a business for myself. Let me tell you, I love it, Carrie, because when I got laid off unexpectedly, I knew that I could go out and get another job. But I also knew that it could take me a couple months to find another job that I really, really want and I really, really love, because I wasn't compromising at that point in my career. So it would take me a couple months, right, to find a job I like. And then it'll probably take me a few more months to get that learning curve, right? Because I would probably go for a high profile job, like a director or senior director role, maybe even VP role. So I would have had to really learn and work long hours and all of that. But I knew in my heart of hearts, but I knew that eventually I'm going to be having babies and building that family. And guess what? Before they start coming, before the babies start popping out, I want to have that business that's generating revenue, right? And so that's when I was like, yo, this is actually great that these opportunities fell into my lap, because I can start building this WFA life and business now, right? And I have the next, year or so to scale it up, right? And learn to automate things. So I love that you're here, Carrie. Thank you so much for sharing that. All right. Tanya says, oh, okay. All right. Tanya says, great. Thank you. Carmine says, I cannot find any reviews for Pop Social for some reason. Yeah, Carmine, Pop Social. So it's a fairly new service. 2, under the radar. If you want, you can about the founder. His name is Everett Taylor. So he's a black gentleman. So it's a black owned business, which I love to support. and he is a growth marketer, like to the core. He used to work at growthmarketing.com, I think it's called, or Growth Hackers or whatever, but he used to work at like a growth hacking company, and he was the growth hacker there. So it's legit. And you probably are not seeing reviews because it's still, you know, fairly new. So, but I will say that in the last over a year, I have not gotten any weird stuff from Instagram, like banning me or doing anything weird. Like I showed you, all the engagement I'm getting, it's all really good. So I can vouch for it. And I have other friends and people in the program who can vouch for it as well. All right. Cool. Tanya says, amen, Carrie. Marie, that corporate backlash is real. So many coaches I know experience that. I ain't going back moment for sure. All right, y'all. So yeah, I think this is it. Let me know if you have any other, any final questions. Cause yeah, we about to wrap it up. All right. So I want to thank all of you guys for coming on. Tanya says Black owned. Yes, for real. Look him up. Everett Taylor, super inspiring. He was in the Forbes, I think 30 under 30. I think he's like 27 or something. He's like a whiz kid, wonder dude. He spoke at Afro Tech as well. But anyway, yeah. So awesome. But yeah, Brittany says, will you have an email list to announce any future discounts? Yes. So Brittany, you are, as of this moment, on my email list. And so you will potentially hear about it in the future. Maybe. I don't do it very often, like to the whole email list. I usually just do it on these classes. So, you may need to just reach out to me personally and see if I have like the discount happening at that time. All right. All right. But you can always join, you know, at the full price. Keep that in mind. All right, y'all. So thank you so much for coming. I'm super, super excited. Marie, we got Tiffany. I forget, who else do we have? We've got Carrie. And I know we had a few more. I can't see y'all names in here. S. Brown, The Disciple, all y'all. Thank you. Super, super excited to work with you guys. And thank you so much for coming on tonight. All right. Oh, Stacy, you joined. Yay! Super excited to work with you, Stacy. Yeah, you're going to kill it. In the beauty professional space, we're going to position you. You're going to be good. Yes, Tanya, I live in California. You live in Oakland. I live in Oakland. All right, y'all. So have a great evening. Thank you so much for coming on. All right. Bye, guys. And I hope to see you in Course from Scratch. I hope to be working with more of you. All right.